Alright, let's start with something that I forgot to do, which is basically uploading yesterday's VOD. I would like to apologize. Because to be honest, I actually did I kind of yeah, I did like after that I took a nap and yeah, I really got tired. I don't know. Because I think it was Saturday. It was actually after fish streaming Saturday night that I was watching AEW Collision and then I may or may not fall asleep in the main event. So now you know my views on a certain wrestler. So yeah, you now know my opinions, kind of. You know what I have an opinion on? Penta's debut last night on Raw was awesome. It really is. Like, so I guess that means I'm gonna be uploading a VOD on Saturday. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Except I open a tab right now. In front of me is a tab to pronounce the poisons for the episode. Oh, not episode. But again, this is an episode. Look at it. It says episode 3. So, yeah. Anyway, hope everyone's doing good today. Today is the 14th of January 2025. Today we're back with Investigations 2. So, to recollect, we got a little debate with Manfred von Karma and we managed to beat him. But we went, however, during the story, he had to investigate the victim's room, which it disappeared. And now we are back, but this time there isn't. We're not back to where we are. To be honest, we are in the present. The beginning takes place in the past, and now we are at the middle part of the story, where we're in the present time. And I'll explain more. So to basically summarize, scratch my head. Let's talk about the IS-7 case. Artie Frost was found hidden in the chocolate chest made by the suspect Samson Tangaroa. The victim died of blood loss after being struck on the head with a rock salt lamp. Now, the suspect unfortunately was found guilty of the crime and his main perpetrator and subsequently in prison. Which means, yeah, it's Manfred von Karma. And unfortunately, this is also the case where Greg got shot by Manfred. So now here we are, 18 years into the present, where this used to be the suspect's house. Now, I would not call him suspect. I'm just going with Tangaroa. This is Tangaroa's mansion, now transformed into a museum, a Zodiac Hall, with lots, mainly basically shows ice statues, or not, but show statues of the Zodiacs. That's why it calls the Zodiac Hall. And we got some people who are from the case 18 years ago. The same people are back. Eddie Fender, he's back. Delica Scone is back. Judy Bound is back, and she is the current owner of this art gallery. And so is Carmelo Guzzo, who unfortunately breathed poison gas that was found in the hall. And unfortunately, Junior thought that. Let me get to Larry. There we go. He thinks Larry's the one. Oh wait, Loris Dinham, since he's in his art uniform. But yeah, the cause of the poison was ubiquinum and hold on. Hold on. Asphyxia. Asphyxia. That's how I saw it. That's how Google says it. Asphyxium. These are the two things that are put together. And unfortunately, the red part, the ubiquinum, was found in paint, and Larry Butts did it again. His trouble antics led him into trouble again. But there's also other stuff. Luminous cloth that was being used 18 years ago. One of the evidence. I used blowtorch and interesting stuff. But other than that, here we are in the Autumn Wing. Now, the next line of suspect. Even though Larry has been proven innocent, we now have a new suspect. Delica Scone. So let's see how this is going to turn out. They are sure taking their time. This was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. But wait no longer. I won the race to find Delica Scone, and here she is. Hello, dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Delica Scone, purveyor of the world's wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Interesting fact: she was a contestant, but unfortunately revealed she's not a good confectioner. She's actually a pharmacist. Delica to my pants, and even Miss Delicious to some. You could call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright. No. Delica, don't. Oh, wait. Never mind. I forgot. Winnie the Pooh is, no longer, like, owned? Actually, who used to own... Wait. Disney used to own Winnie the Pooh, right? Oh my god, I don't want AI to give me my answer. I want to look it up. Okay, Disney used to... Yeah, I knew it. Disney used to own it. But now, the company no longer exclusively owns the right to it. And thanks to that, they got horrible... Thanks to that, we got that Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Which, to be honest, from what I heard from reviews... I'm not good with horror, but from the reviews I've seen, they were pretty awful. So, There's a siren going on. Wait, actually, sirens aren't copyright. Actually, I don't know if they are. Does the police department can sue people for taking their siren? I mean, they can. Maybe. I don't know. But back to the story about Winnie the Pooh being the Winnie the Pooh horror movies being garbage. Yeah, as a guy who never watched the movie because I don't like horror movies. This is one movie that I can say you cannot watch for how horrible it is. Well, actually, I did watch a horror movie. Netflix's Bird Box. Wait, no, Bird Box. It is Bird Box. Yeah, Bird Box. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Wow. Not a lot of people. Huh. Oh. Apparently the Bird Box movie is kind of mixed. I saw it has like a low percentage on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised we got from this to Bird Box to a horror movie. Just because Scone says Winnie Pooh. Alright, Winnie Pooh. Whatever you say is lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for calling me the winner. It's kind of a force of habit now. Whenever I'm speaking for Edgeworth, I had to call him the wiener. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a little of this, Delica. That's Miles Edgeworth's, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Milesy Smiles. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Greggy Pegleg's boy. And all grown up too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? I wonder just how old she is. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah! What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? You brought her here. Okay. Why, I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gutso in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much really, just whip up a crit antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that. Oh, so that's what she's mixing. She's mixing medicine. Oh yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. You certainly help out that medical room as well equipped though. You're much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to the hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. And you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Oh yes. Well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently, he's famous these days. One of the best confectionaires in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh, yes, dear. He was on the news and everything. Confectionery, crafting, king of the world, they say. Wow. So the old dog really went to Zhang Fan up his game, just like he said he would. Oh. Ah. My throat was being raspy for a second.
Perhaps if we could proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone. Are you familiar with a substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Of course, dear. Use it to get rid of you know what. Oh, it's awfully strong though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops.
I asked what you mean by you know what?
Little flies are frightening the life out of a poor innocent ladies like yours, truly, that's what. You guys see little creatures running around people's nice, clean kitchens and terrorizing them?
Oh, rodents?
Oh, I get it.
Those.
Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals...
Let me get the tab again. Asphyxia
and ubiquium are combined? Oh, yes. It's right there in the ultra intensive.
These damn chemicals!
Infesticide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with the products containing ubiquium ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas.
You know what also I didn't know that could make a poison gas? Whatever you do, do not... Actually, I won't say it because I found that in the episode of King of the Hill. I won't tell you what episode it is in King of the Hill, though. So you won't know. That's all I'm gonna say.
What was again? Effects of inhalation includes respiratory complications and, well, death. And poor Gutsy very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you need to, probably 500 milliliters of each chemical, I say.
She certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist.
Ubiquium's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. Also bright red and smelling mint and fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Asphyxion's more watery and white in color. That will do, thank you. You're clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, dearie. After all, Infesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone, very interesting indeed. But I think that tells us all we need to know.
Strange. I thought she suspected Miss Scone. Something that smell makes me wonder if she has other angle in mind.
Was it Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report?
Yes, sir? Turns out the sculpture's glass display case is open from the top.
Huh, that's rather unusual.
The temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. Pisces' case was kept at 26 degrees. Daring near got my hand stuck to it.
You're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case?
Yeah, they found something on the underside of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquium.
Oh, now we're talking. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. It would, huh? So, how did things wind up as they are now?
I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Or at least Mr. Thief might.
You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away.
Can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy.
Whatever. Anything for the truth. Overruled. It's a simulation. Before you get too carried away, the gods of justice had no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves.
Ouch! I saw Frosty, Judge G. Your baby prosecutor just gave us the big thumbs up. What's the issue here? Or wait. Don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out.
I am not required to explain myself to you. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around.
What exactly does she have in mind here? I think it's the perfect time to save, otherwise we have to go through all that dialogue again.
Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation.
You heard the latest, Miles. Somebody opened the Pisces case and let out that gas. Considering what we've learned so far, there's only one person it could possibly be, no? Yes, the answer is indisputable.
In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas?
Only one person. And that's the person who breathed the gas.
Take that!
The victim, Carmelo Gutso. The only person who have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case.
Correct. That appears to be the only logical answer. Very well. I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately.
Understood. If Mr. Gutso did open the case, we still have no idea why.
Alright, Miss Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see.
Let's use the data we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off.
On it.
Don't scare me like that!
So this is what you were talking about, your Mr. Thief.
Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. It's a generous amount of ubiquity frozen to the underside of the top part of the case.
Yeah, which is what kept that lid on real tight.
The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Somebody really went to town on your little house there, huh, Pisces? And do we have any idea how the glass might have come to be so cracked? Well, it doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see, so we have a cracked piece of glass that we know is ice cold on its inner facing side. And we also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way of its outer facing surface. Thoughts? Ice cold. Makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir.
Cracks. Makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead.
It was cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack.
Well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat crack in the first place?
Why indeed? A heat cracked gas lid lined up on its underside with frozen ubiquium.
Feel like you got the cat right in the cream, Miles Reno. You know what happened, don't you?
I certainly do. What's more, I don't know how Mr. Gutso opened the case.
What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first!
It would have been quite the wait.
Well, don't just stand there, Edgeworth. I want answers!
How did Mr. Gutso open the case?
Take that!
The blowtorch shows signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the Autumn Wing.
I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack.
A blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case?
Oh, I get it. Tsukasa was trying to melt the frozen whipped cream so he could open the lid.
Indeed.
You beat me to it by a second, but we'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you really had it. You didn't have a clue. Nuh-uh! Nuh-uh! Android making things hard to understand. Hey, would you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. Wiener can follow along too? Sure. That's for him. Alright, here goes. Mr. Gozo was alone in the other wing. And while he was here, he used his blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. And? As the ubiquium melted, it mixed with the asphyxion that was already presented inside the glass case. Thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gozo had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room, where he collapsed. So he opened the case, and out came the gas, huh? Seems we got there in the end. Wait. The poison... Gavel, you need to explain.
I think we need Gavel to help us explain. Why the heck a doodly-doo did he want to open the case in the first place?
I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was.
I think he might have come here for the same reason I did. Check out not the other wing, but the winter wing. You remember, right? I thought this was where the winter ring was when we first got here.
Call you out too, did it? My little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused with it being where Chili Vinkin's room was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in front of the blessed door. It wouldn't be all at 6s and 7s, eh? Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the winter wing. See how quickly I can convince Mr. Wiener, I suppose. Eureka! Ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer. I don't think we need to bet on how wrong it is. The answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all! A dramatic exit left stage. Sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Have you been listening at all this time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word, and I still understand exactly half of what's going on. Perhaps I could explain a few of the finer details to you later, Usis. Winners prerogated. Winners? Sure. Thanks, Gavel. Thank you, indeed. I find it always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What is it now? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. That's nothing to brag about, you know. Shut up! Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah. You call it suicide theory, meaning you're risking it all. I have a I have something important to tell you. It was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. How could you say that? I was really saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Your profession is one delicate to saving lives, and you use your expertise to try to take one. I beg you, Pudding. How dare you? I do no such thing.
Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Wiener.
You bet I can.
Get a load of this! Aww. I thought we were gonna do a rebuttal.
This is Miss Delicious Pharmacist license. And it says right here that she's authorized to handle Infestai Ultra.
The product we have established contains Asphyxion. One of the ingredients of our poison gas.
Exactly! It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it. This is all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
And that's not all. There was a bottle of Infestai Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covering your fingerprints. We know that you and Miss Bao took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, No. There was only one person on the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Scone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bao, the owner of the gallery, meaning you have had access to the building. An ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear, listen, you don't understand. That Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it.
What is she looking for?
That's not it. And that's not it.
That cloth looks familiar.
Ah, here we go. I knew it was here somewhere. Look.
And what is this?
There's something rare on it, I think.
April 1st. Complaint filled. Offense. Theft item stolen. Infesticide Ultra. 1 bottle.
April Fools.
The crime report! Relating to a thief!
A what? See, you silly billies? I told you somebody pinched it off me 1 week ago, no less. By which you mean you say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I meant to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag. Just in case, you know. I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight. But, well, I forgot my head if it wasn't screwed on. And now thanks to silly old me, someone's gonna mix up the cloud poison with the stuff.
I see. But why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you?
Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of them might appear. You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around in people's nice clean kitchens? Type of them? You just roll up a newspaper and... one and done. Psst. Gavel, what do you do now? Of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report. Just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Scone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea! Alright, I'm going to give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. So Miss Scone might not be guilty after all.
Indeed. She really were the one who set up the poison gas trap. But I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her.
Who do you think did it, Smiles?
Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior. And the time and the means to prepare. 2 factors which point to one very specific person.
Oh yeah? And who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy. Who had the means to steal the Emphasized Ultra and dress one room up to look like another? Oh no. Take that! Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We'll need some solid evidence to support such a theory, nonetheless. That was her, huh? Strange. It's like he already knew. Whew, nice shooting, Miles Moreno. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That's not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. You mean that every single one of your conclusions have proved to be a hogwash? No! I mean, we only just getting started. Oh, and what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Useless? Does the Gusto really just real destination appear to have been the Winter Wing? Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Ring. Yes, sir. Gavel, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace. We'll join you if you don't mind. April 2nd, 1:35 p.m. Zodiac Hall, The Fountain. Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Hey, Mr. Winner. Weren't we going to go talk to Miss Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Means I could just sit back and wait for their report. A winning strategy. More like a stupid strategy. You spoiled little... Ah, it's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Green? What? Oh boy, it's a body. What on earth? Order! Order in the court! Somebody call forensics! Bad news, sir! Really bad news! Order! You will have your order, detective. The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing! They've all melted! What? Did... Huh? Everyone was shocked, but I think Eustace is confused. Say! What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? Ish, talk about deja vu. Just like 18 years ago. Even the ice melted. Even the ice has melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coincidence. You're right. You're with me, right, Miles Moreno? I am. I think the answer lies in the IS-7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Great man thinks alike. Alright then. Time for another trip down memory lane. Oh, we're going back? The events as 18 years pass. I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, but that's been 18 long years since.
A murder at the confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Party Frost, they pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside Candy Castle, that a Scone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away. Wait, if we're going back to 18 years to the past...
Perfect.
Oh, so we're getting... Wow, we're going back and forth. 9:05 p.m. Less 2 hours and 55 minutes left till Christmas. All of Mr. Frost's work is destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out. And no uncertain terms. Or something like that. So, what do we do, Mr. E? Can't believe he just up and kicked us out. But Von Karma's still a total jerk. Oh, we got some evidence back. Luminous Haunts of Fake Perfections. Contest. Oh, wait. All of them are sorted out. Alright, we got the past suspects. I mean, past profiles. I mean, everyone's a suspect. Why not? Now, no, Eddie. It's always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the crime. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should be all working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everyone's aims are the same as yours. They wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. What if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all humans, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations. To be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless? Now, we may not be able to investigate the Winter Wing as hoped. Doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. You're young, Andy. You'll learn soon enough. I will. I promise.
Mr. Adrift, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means.
Whoa, you're the best, Miss Pound.
Tangaroa's chocolate, handmade by Bound. Rather misshaped and incredibly sweet.
Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped.
Oh. Interesting. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste.
No way, they're great. They're so sweet.
You're very kind. Huh. I imagine me of all people, a mediocre confectionaire.
What? You mean you made these yourself?
Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Giving him supply with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he doesn't spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique.
Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants sounds amazing.
Hmm? I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, no, nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bao?
Of course. But why do I have to stay here otherwise?
What do you mean by that?
I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life. I became the father I never had. I can never repay him. So my work for him is the least I can do. And I'll be here for him as long as he needs me.
That's the most beautiful thing I ever heard! I must be getting old. I'm only up a little myself.
And to think today is Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'll do anything to save him. Anything. Please, if there's something I could do to help, just say it.
We're very grateful, Miss Bao. Perhaps you could help us by answering the question. Did you know the victim?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final.
My, that's stunning. Wait a minute. Damn it! I forgot the evidence are separated. Oh wait, no. Left is Gemini. Interesting. Interesting.
Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavor ice? Sansom adored him too.
Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. Stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh? Did Mr. Frost forget to add them? Maybe?
That doesn't sound like he's something he'd forget to do.
Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well.
Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type.
It seems she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bao.
Yes. I use this instant camera here. It develops a picture as soon as you take them. It's so useful.
Ooh, I'd love to see in action.
Then why don't I take your picture?
Yes! Come on, Mr. Eat. Let's get a shot of both of us. Well, alright then. Would be ashamed to waste a good hair day.
Ready? Say cheese. There, all done, and the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much! That's a cool camera!
Well, it's the only one we got, so use it for all our pictures taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame.
So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangaroa used the same camera during the contest?
Yes, you assumed correctly. He used it for some working in progress pictures of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestants' work.
But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while judging was still in the way?
Yes, Samson wanted pictures of all the entrances to completed rooms. The film ran out just to finish photographing Mr. Gutso's work. He asked me to go put it in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were.
In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected.
Yes.
I don't know if I pressed the Windows button. Double checking. Okay, I did it.
But I thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way.
But had he really though?
I went to our living area to change the film, and I was passing through the fountain on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? And scream. Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera has been with me ever since.
I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bound.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you.
Instant camera takes photos and developed instantly. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures. But there are only 3 remaining. And Mr. Frost's room.
Take it back! Miss Scum! Are they done investigating?
They're done with me, that's for certain. That big old meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin will be the end of me. Cheek of him.
As he got tired of the people cloning up his crime scene. Steve, are you off too, Detective Bad?
Yeah. Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around.
Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective?
Still, Echo. Still, got a pretty good looking scene. As for Gutso, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room.
What about?
About the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest.
Mr. Gutso went into Mr. Frost's room?
That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to.
Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work.
Was that really why Mr. Gutso went into Mr. Frost's room?
Gotta follow the room right here, if you need it. It's all yours.
Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us?
I gotta spell it out for you, kid. I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out.
Detective. Really? Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma wouldn't be happy about this.
Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either.
I love Detective Bad.
Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. No, can I, Zedrith?
Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad.
Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Well, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh?
It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph.
Here. This is what Frost's room looked like right now.
Yikes! There's nothing left of his flavored ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Pound. I assume that the unplugged power cords has something to do with all this.
Yeah, once I was out of the socket, display cases lost power, and up the temperature went.
It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged?
Nope, still working on that.
The sculptures were beautiful. What a waste.
You say that again, I should have taken a few more bites out of them when I had the chance.
So they tasted good?
Did they ever? I tried nice ice-so scrumptious in all my life.
Really?
Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
The salty bit?
It's in the other photo you got there. This bit, the Harpy thing.
You have a nice life.
Wait, that's why I had no string because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you. It was all horrible and salty.
Interesting. It's interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. Could somebody other than Mrs. Stone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone?
Now that I think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywink's work. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. Yes, it looks just like that.
It's almost like a signature or something. Wait,
I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well?
What? No, I barely knew him, I swear.
Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards his work.
No, I just, the sculptures were so carefully made. I didn't think he missed something so important.
Sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that.
What makes you say that?
I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possession. And it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence.
Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see what it is.
So what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours?
Which 2 items points to Mr. Frost? This is the first.
Take that!
And now the second.
Take that!
This Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculpture. I think they were signatures of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work.
I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chillywink's statues had the letters PH carved in them, plain as day.
PH. Should it be AF?
I don't get it. You think so, but take a look at this. It's a seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And when pressed into the surface of an item, it will leave behind the letters PH. That same poetry mark we see printed on the bottom of the item in the tea set.
The same pottery mark?
We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halleck. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. A fact in which you are well aware, correct, Miss Bound?
Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his.
You mean Paul Halleck was?
That's right. Artie Frost has another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least, as far as Miss Bound was concerned. But you see, Miss Frost was in fact Mr. Frost was in fact none other than the famous sculptor, Paul Halleck.
What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halleck were the same person?
But it's not like the marks had to copy. Though anyone who's seen it could have faked being with him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. It's sure and then will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Alright, I'll have the boys look into it.
I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Miss Edgeworth.
So you admit it, you're aware of who Mr. Frost really was?
I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halleck. Imagine his entries in a confectionery contest were a fine legacy. A great man like that.
Be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point?
What? Why are you asking me that?
The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken.
It... I must have gotten mixed up with the one Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging. That you had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had a chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body.
I suppose so.
It suggests that you took only 2 pictures with a new film. One of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
You do?
Two pictures. Let's go with the camera.
Take that!
The camera?
You gave the pictures of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me.
Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edward, too.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in the camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of.
I
need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to.
I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you.
Huh? These are all shots of Ross's room?
I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle.
And when they were taken, you guys still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you?
It was... At least, I'm pretty sure it was.
You are? Why?
Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halleck's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I tripped over the power cord without noticing.
My mistake. You sure?
I didn't notice it at the time, but, well, I could have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces.
That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth. What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound.
Thank you.
Miss Edgeworth, picture yours. Hope it helps.
2 photos, one from Bad and one from Bound.
Boo! 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 Boo!
You're using your daughter's steam! You're using your daughter's steam! Lame-o!
Get out of here!
Oh, your fellow Noose is still here. Noose is still here? You don't know what to give up. On your frost long as you look. The answer's still the same. You're not part of this investigation.
Whenever we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
It seems you don't know when to shut either. But I commend you on your stubbornness.
Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What?
I'm so sorry. To you, Mr. Gutso.
No concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Kamen agrees.
Nothing at all, Mr. Gutso. You went to Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sir, I was...
Objection! Silence! Silence! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Jinnybound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused Samson Tangaroa.
No,
I will be interrogating you personally.
Wait, please! I'm not done questioning with her myself.
And you think I care because...
Because we have a detective who has a gun who will probably target at your face.
Bad, Gotso, and you stole. I have questions from all of you and expect answers.
Fine by me.
Oh, you could at least act nicely, Mannequins.
He took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we get going anyway. It's rather late.
I hope
I hope the snow has let up.
You're right. Home time. Guess my stomach's in agreement too.
Alright, let's go grab a burger. Before my own stomach starts rumbling too.
Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fine. We need to be in fighting fit for tomorrow.
We will need. Our first port we'll call will be the Mr. Tangaroa.
Well, that was quick. Frost's alter ego and Bound's confession.
Oh, we're in the latter part. Oh, we're getting near the end.
Merry Christmas!
Hey, it's Miss Bound.
Oh, Mr. Fender. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you?
Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes, I'm terribly worried about him.
Detective Bat? What are you doing back here?
Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure how anyone just happens to be at the detention center, but okay.
Good morning. Mr. Tangaroa? What happened to you? Oh no, Samson. What did he do to you?
They didn't want me to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved.
Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little...
Ah.
That was an actual yawn, I guess. Gotta smack myself in the face to wake up. Tired. They're not letting you sleep?
It's not police work. That's torture.
What's going on here, Detective Bat?
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case before me. I like Von Karman's methods about as much as you do. Which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bat who got me out of there. I'd still be in the investigating room right now if it weren't for him. Detective Bat really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Alrighty, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa.
You got it, Mr. E. I know Pan is is at the ready. Mrs. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it. Of course. Thank you. Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kind of spaced out. I'm fine. I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson, do you have anything that might give him a little energy boost? Huh? Is that chocolate? For me? Oh, those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. The rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame, but rules are rules, I suppose. There must be some way we can help. We can hand them to him. But the bad is nothing. Is noting the meaningful looks in his direction.
Stop looking at me. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bat. My hero! I'm touched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight. Here.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah. Keep it down, will you? For both our sakes.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now to settle these treats. Detective, I appreciate for putting you in a tight spot.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Because he's not such a bad guy after all. Oh. The sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were they your handiwork, Judy? Yes. How were they? Feel the melt, soft and smooth, chocolate that'll comfort and soothe, ear to ear, head to toe, smile and savor the taste as it goes. Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you like them. I'm glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Well, it is prison food. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about to ready to collapse from sheer despair. Wow. Is food here really all that bad?
Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that.
Yes, and yet, I couldn't taste a thing.
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene.
Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh yeah, you're right about the victim's identity. Ross worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halleck.
Artie Frost was Paul Halleck? I never would have imagined. Poor Mr. Halleck. So the famous French sculptor was an Frenchman after all, huh? This all will certainly explain why Mr. Halleck was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. Bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now.
He never finished his great masterpiece?
Since he was making statues for each season. But he never got around to the winter constellations.
The winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? The two he made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. Oh, bummer. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Miss Bao, I wasn't blaming you.
One last thing. Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make, which means he was always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there any chance someone called into debt.
It's not even famous artists are safe from money problems. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
None. Guy didn't even tell his family.
I see.
Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard. But I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly. He's a good man. He certainly is. An uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And to scare the pants out of anybody he knew he meets. Now you were going to tell me about what you learned yesterday. Of course. Allow me to give you a full report. Thank you for that. Allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told you yesterday, the important thing is that we learn the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two? By all means, I'm gladly share all that I can. Let's start with the contestants. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? Let's see, there was Miss Scone. I love her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, and so I have to disqualify her. Zagotsu's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design. At least, grew up to the semi-finals. But disappointingly, his entry for the finals was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-finals as well. Which was just identical to Mr. Frost's. It may have looked different. I could have sworn I was eating the same thing. Huh? What exactly did his work look like? Oh, there should be a photograph back in my mansion. I'll show it to you later, Miss Edgeworth. Much appreciation, Ms. Bao. But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. That was truly sublime. Were you able to finish judging it? Even though his body has been discovered in the meantime? Yes. I wasn't aware of what happened until after I completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited. So I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the lie, I believe. I never tasted anything like that! It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. Interesting. Frost's sculptures were scrumptious, except for the liar which tasted salty. You're quite sure it was the lie you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work? I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display. Mr. Tangaroa, do you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? The part you tried was a liar. The one shown here without any strings? Oh. It was strings originally. That was the part I ate. The strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all. And he enjoyed them. Miss Scone told us she ate part of the lie as well. She said it was far too salty for her to finish. Then it's true. The truth is, I suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How so exactly? This taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors. As I suspect, I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet food on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. There's no denying it now. I'll explain why the food here seems so bland to him. What? But your taste buds are your livelihood. Even if there was some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation. Well, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion. You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like. Samson, we can't show that recipe to just anybody! Judy, Mr. Edward Fitzharley, just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him. Yes, you're right. Of course. If that's what you wish. What on earth is this secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? Well, I suppose I should be getting back.
Alright, we'll be right behind you. Judy.
Yes, Samson?
There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around.
Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting right here at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you excuse me. Wait! Miss Bound!
Judy.
Whoa, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her?
Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Holocaust collection. The candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want for her is to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me.
I guess that makes sense.
Really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk in their own path? What parent wouldn't do anything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I asked you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. You should be getting back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. Ah, yes. We'll have to do something about that. You'll speak to the police for me? That too. I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes. I'm looking forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy too.
Thank you, Hardy. I'll look forward to it. Mr. Tangaroa, the interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffering like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. Can Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as the case lasts. That will make it that much harder for me to save you. I understand, and I'll try. I won't give up until you're out there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that. Protect the back. Thank you again for what you did earlier.
Yeah, thanks a ton.
What are you talking about?
There's no need to be shy about it.
Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate some more.
Fair indeed. We'll need something to solve if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown.
What? But we need to see those other rooms.
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. You guys probably got a hand in that too. And don't expect to speak with anybody except us cops and Miss Bound. Everybody else is gone. I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
This is all just a game to him. Why do you have to go so far?
So what's your plan of action, Detective?
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth. Like I promised.
Got my gratitude.
Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. I'm gonna beat you and your bag of dirty tricks.
Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation of the area?
Sure. But like I said, everyone else is off balance. Probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
That's fine, as long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation. We'll make do. Contest venue, fountain room. Investigating the fountain room, part 1. Move your time, Eddie. Sure thing, Miss E. What's up?
A wheelchair badge, I'll have one for my own days. Just wait and see.
I don't think we haven't presented any evidence to Eddie yet. Well, just remember that the scales represent justice and fairness. It's not enough to simply wear the badge. You have to prove yourself worthy of wearing it.
Yes, sir.
This looks like a final piece of evidence. Let me just take a note. I was hoping you might have an opinion to offer. Sorry, Mr. E. It's gonna take me a while to digest this. Oh, and both he and his notes still have a long way to go, I suppose. There we go. Lights on. At least we can hear Eddie Fender's theme song.
Oh, and my having a tea set that's fine for myself.
Sorry, Eddie. I wish you had something nicer at the office than bitter old coffee. My team making efforts are focused on at home. My son is something of a fan, you see.
Don't get me wrong, Mr. E. I love your coffee. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter than more bitter than hell itself. Oh, that coffee, it's strong. So strong.
You know who will love that coffee? Godo. Perhaps I should bring some tea into the office too. Okay, now this. Let's get to enjoy the music. No, I was thinking like oh wait, never mind. I was thinking like, man, we're in part 3 and I feel like we might continue this next week.
This girl sure has amazing gimmicks to help make her work stand out, huh?
Yes, sadly they were all flagrant violations of the rules.
She says she loves her stuff like that. Her trinkets, I think she called them. Pills that light up, dresses that light up, sunglasses that light up. They're supposed to be super relaxing.
Don't sound very relaxing to me. Okay, so this is the same as the lamp. Nothing yet. Before, after, wait a minute, something's missing. Something's missing. Wait, no, I already did that. I don't believe they're made from flavor ice. They're certainly very impressive works, but there's something about them that makes me uncomfortable. What is it? You can't just shake the feeling that something is wrong here. Something that makes you uncomfortable? Oh, I get it. It does seem like a waste to eat something so pretty, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Except they're not cookie. And it didn't crumble. They melted not long after Miss Scone and Mrs. Tangaroa sampled them.
That was a joke, Mr. E.
Alright, that's all of it. That's all about it. Now let's talk about the incident. I said talk about the incident, not present the evidence again. You have any thoughts on the case? Oh, you bet I do. Mr. Tangaroa's amazing display being used to store the body. Look, Mr. Skull, gift for Greenscape being used to store the murder weapon. We've really been seeing some beautiful things being used for ugly purposes on this case, huh? I suppose we are. Making it worse, this balance seems super down. When I asked you had any thoughts on the case, I was thinking more useful insights. Oh, sorry, Miss E. Did I do something wrong? I worry about you sometimes, Eddie. Eddie Fender. Are we lucky your first crime scene? Oh, right. This is Eddie's first. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's great. He's been taking notes about everything, and I'm learning so much. So happy you let me tag along, Mr. Edward.
So you want to be an attorney, huh?
You bet I do. I'd give anything to be a hero of justice, to help the helpless and fight for what's right. First time I saw Mr. E do his thing in court, I knew I found my calling.
You know, cops look out for people too.
Sure. But I want to be an attorney.
Well, good luck to you.
I got the feeling Detective Bat might be pinning for it in front on his own. You get one soon. You get one soon. Now let's talk to you.
What is it? I do. There is one thing I...
Oh,
Small talk.
alright. The fall is better. Nope. Okay. How about the case? Any thoughts on the case, Detective?
Officially as a cop, my thoughts are... Von Karma's right about everything. But, as myself, I'm not happy. We need to investigate more. Here and elsewhere. I put a warning for you. The forensics. Ask the guy whatever you want.
Much appreciated. I mean your judge, Detective Bat.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for the investigation.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir.
And what did you find?
Chocolate, but it looks like the kind of flavorings and coloring used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavoring and coloring match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculpture.
Those little rivers flow from all four arch streams right here to this fountain. This is how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
That's not all, sir. We found blood.
What? Why is there blood? Why is there blood in the water?
Getting back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. Don't remember anyone mentioning they removed the blood along with the body.
The victim's blood was mysteriously absent. As was the part of the chocolate chest it had pulled on. I believe that the pool of blood probably belonged... The blood probably belonged to...
Take that!
Victim, huh? I'll have the guy compare it. The blood on the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood on the fountain is Frost's.
But why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? The victim's blood
was found in the fountain, but not at the scene of the crime. These shine souls which artist's work is on display in which room? From left to right. Tangaroa, Mr. Gutso, Miss Scone, and Mr. Frost. Incidentally, this sign is also made from candy. What were they going to do with all this candy? Was somebody going to eat it when the contest was over? The line here is some maracas designed to look like ice cream cones. They are so well made that it's hard to tell what's candy and what's not just by looking. I reach out and touch them. Then I'd be considered a crime scene.
Hands off! I already checked them out. They're real.
Check them out? How exactly? Did you manhandle violent evidence detective?
I didn't touch them. Not with my hands, at least.
Did he? Never mind. I don't want to picture it. It seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tangaroa's and in Miss Balance TV show, Bacon Pop. Some sort of few things in here that aren't made of candy. Aww. Just me or the detective seem a little disappointed. He doesn't like candy. The strumps in here decorate to look as if they were made of cakes. Let's play on Bacon Bob. Detective, about these drums.
We already checked. There's nothing inside any of them. And no sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant to the case.
You've already done your homework, I see.
I mean, like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker.
Miss Judy? Miss Val, we're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Hedriff, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still looking kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E. She must have been greatly taken back by what Mr. Tangaroa had to say. I found the photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Wow, Miss Scone sure knows how to make a cute cake. Yes, Samson loved her design for that one. He loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gutso and Mr. Frost's entries too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing like it seems. Was there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Sagutsu's son was always here with him throughout the contest, but he was nowhere to be seen during the final. Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this? Of course, I hope it helps with your investigation. Semi-final entries. Frost and Gutso's creation had different designs, but they taste the same. Oh, and I also have the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned. We've seen this book before. It was in the chocolate frame in Tangaroa's room. That's right. He put it on display there so that everyone could see the grand prize. What? The cure is in the Ultimate Cookbook? So it's not a dessert recipes, I take it. Oh no, we told the contestants, of course. I guess nobody told you yet. So the contestants all knew what the Ultimate Cookbook was this whole time. A book containing formulas for creating a cure for taste disorders and other chemicals and pharmaceutical items. I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Bound. The Ultimate Cookbook. This is an interesting badge, Mr. Edgeworth. Does this mean something? Yes, it means that I'm an attorney. For easy identification purposes that I wear it. I see. I guess this must be quite useful. Perhaps there should be a confectioner's badge, too. Or a murderer's badge. I'm sure that would save you a lot of trouble. Well, they don't get badges. They do get bracelets.
don't think we haven't presented all the evidence to Judy, so let's go. I was hoping to ask your opinion on this, Miss Bound.
The hunt is on. The truth will come out. But I don't know. What's that about?
Oh, it's a song.
I guess we're going to find out. I still can't believe that Ari Foss and Paul Halleck are the same person.
Tell me, can you prove that you didn't know?
I suppose that would be quite difficult. But why would I need to?
Forgive me. Suppose you don't know. Gotta stop doing that to people. Too much work on the brain is what it is. This is.
Singing. Artie Frost. Singing. 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 Singing.
Alright, are all these... okay, camera.
I can't apologize enough. Okay, there we go. Not only did I melt Mr. Frost's artwork, I didn't even lie about it.
I wouldn't worry about it, Miss Bound. Who... Wrong button! Among Us hasn't lied at one time or another. As long as there are people like me, those lies won't go undiscovered.
Hey, Mr. Hedrick, you look very serious all of a sudden. It's a little frightening, I must say.
Those who would cover up their heinous crimes of the murder with lies are truly frightened ones.
So true. Oh, you simply must do whatever you can to uncover the assassinating lies and bring them to justice.
You can count on me, Miss Bound.
Okay. She doesn't know. Singing.
Okay, but first, just in case. Small talk. Small talk. Small talk. Alright, quickly, let's get to Eddie Fender's theme. Nope. Okay, back to Judy. Wait, what? Statues on the fountain decipher cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue.
Ballhouse work, apparently. Gotta hand to him. It looks so real.
Detective, are you saying you have personally seen cherubs before?
Attorneys. Always poking holes in people's works.
What? Did I do something wrong? Maybe. Alright. If I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines?
Exactly, or rather totally new medications that haven't made it to the market yet, to be precise. To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it wouldn't be a fortune. It would be worth a fortune.
But why make the grand prize in a confectionery contest?
Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you heard the Tangaroa group?
A Tangaroa group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before.
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and potions.
Oh yeah, that's the new Cold Killer Pro. It has been making some real waves since it went on sale.
Why does that message sound familiar?
I always reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather. Which is Never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about Tangaroa Group if you don't mind. So did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over his parents and go into the family business?
No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. Aww, that's nice. That's nice. Really nice of them. Then when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook. Aww. At least I'm glad like the parents accepted for his dreams to happen. But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize? He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. It would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
I'll bet the board of directors love that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else.
They hated the idea, of course. Which is why Delica entered the contest. Tangaroa Group wanted her to win the book back from them.
So you knew she was a pharmacist all along?
Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's takes. I tried to help her win.
But why?
I want to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa Group. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I want to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson could object to.
So that's how Mrs. Scone managed to make it so far in the contest that she has no business taking part in. Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, but Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectionaire either. And he still made it all the way to the final, just like she did. Not bad.
This is unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts, too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. How did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you with, I'll be happy to, of course.
She's very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I can certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely.
Oh, I'll have some too.
Your tea is to die for, Miss Mound.
Well, how can I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out.
You know, I think that cheered up a little. Oh, that was it. Learn a little bit more about the contestant's participant. There's still one question involving Mr. Gutso for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gutso? You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why?
Sure, I was.
Objection! Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiny shred of evidence.
What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? But that's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semifinals. A confectioner who makes life in design sense, and a sculpture with it in spades. Sculptor could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gutto a few more questions. His history still doesn't quite add up for me.
Me neither.
We need to figure out how we get in touch with him. Oh, do you now? Oh, frick. Hey! That's your daughter's team!
Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Karm.
I'm already in the midst of my own investigation into Gutso, so there is no need for the likes of you to pester him in the same questions again. Oh, no. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
He seems bent on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gutso, in which case... Fine, then allow me to take up on your offer.
Very well, what is it?
I'd like you to tell me about the connections between Mr. Gutso and Mr. Frost. Uh-oh. Round 2. Gutso and Frost's connection.
The connection between Gutso and Frost? It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest.
And that's all?
That's all I have to say to you.
What? But that doesn't help us at all. We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. It's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something. Only two? What the frick? Hold it! Yes, there must have been a connection of some kind.
And if you cease your baseless interruption, I will happily tell you what it is. If we're in this courtroom,
But isn't that solely the judge's purview?
Yeah. Judge Von Karma will probably have dancing to his tune.
What? Even judges are scared of him? It won't be an easy trial, that's for sure. Please, Mr. Von Karma, continue. Hold it! Granted, it may have simply been a coincidence that they both entered the same competition, but that doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two of them.
objection! I do hate to repeat myself, but if you do not have any pertinent evidence, then kindly keep your mouth shut.
Guess I'll just do as you say for now, or at least until I find the evidence that proves Mr. Gutto and Mr. Frost's connection.
So, the look in your eyes speaks volumes. Well, go on then, what are you trying to say?
Make up on your mind, will you? Should I keep your mouth shut? Should I keep my mouth shut or not? It seems as if our economists seem to keep us away from the truth. It means the truth must be inconvenient with him somehow, right? Mr. Gutso and Mr. Frost have something in common. I just need to present the thing they share to Mr. Von Karma. Oh. Okay, well,
Objection!
I just want to press in case he adds a new statement, but it looks like we're going to go with... But, yeah, of course, the semi-final pictures. I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They are made for the contest semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Get to the point.
As the name please suggests, these were Mr. Gutso's and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gutso told us that the confectionery design was far from his strong suit, and yet his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good. In fact, we learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same.
Objection! What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? On at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities in how they were put together. Ooh, interesting. They look really They actually do have some similarities if you also look. They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share the similar design and aesthetic. This picture is proof positive. I paused that. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together.
You figured that much out. I suppose there's little point in denying it.
Mr. Von Karma knew all along they were cooperating?
Well, I warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage.
Gutso and Frost's real connection.
Let me confirm you what you seemed desperate to prove. Gutso and Frost were indeed working together. Gutso spilled the details of his relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. It seems that we're helping one another right up until the day before the final.
Oh my god, 3? So you knew the two were cooperating. Savant Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Objection! No. Please, enough with the pretty slander. I merely wanted to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you.
It doesn't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. I need to figure out what he is hiding. I can't let things end like this. Alright.
Hold it!
So you didn't know that there was a connection between the two. What were you trying to hide?
No. I don't just hand out information like candy. I certainly not to the bench. Not like that lollipop nursing fool that's detective over there.
You do things your way, and I'll do mine.
And you wonder why I refuse to share information with a traitor like you.
Hold it!
Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct?
Yes, I interviewed a good person.
Yeesh, a one-on-one Mr. Von Karma. That must be terrifying. I imagine Mr. Gutso probably meditated his way through the difficult parts.
He most certainly did not, every time he closes his eyes. I brought him back with an almighty snap. No one dares to play the fifth with me. No. You play the fifth. No. You get a snap. And then I slap you. And then I bring up a tiger. And then
Did that even work on him?
and that's how I was able to perfectly learn every last detail in Gutso and Frost's relationship. You see, they're helping one another right up until the day before the final.
Hold it!
But why would they cooperate?
Gutso sets the design as subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. None of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So what was their end game? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Gutso claims to have ended the scheme. Sorry I hit my mic because I spit on it. I'll fire that guy. Allegedly, he wanted to win the fight. Wait, I'll fire myself. Anyway, Gutso claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final with his own merits. His one and only goal was really to be crowned the world's best confectioner. His friend would not allow him to do so with the help of another.
Teams can only ever win hollow victories, I guess. I was under the impression that their collaboration would only last through the semifinals. I'm starting to think it might have lasted up to the finals itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more on how long they worked together for, if you don't mind.
If you must. Gutso says his subpar Frost was an amateur confectioner at best.
Hold it!
Before you ask, I'm not judging your characterization of Mr. Gutso's design sense. Yeah, he admits himself he isn't all that great.
He made what he alleged to be likeness of me. Just thinking my information came out, it turns my stomach.
Yeah, kinda like the guy's work.
An artistically rich amateur, and an artistically improved professional. In a way, it was inevitable that they would wind up working together.
Hold it!
You really been that cooperating until the day before the finals and then just simply stop? That seems a little strange to me, wouldn't you agree?
Objection! I told you the truth. Wherever you find a stranger dies, none of my concern.
He was concerned enough to try to hide it from me only a few minutes ago, though. Which means there must have been a reason for that. Based on Mr. Tangaro's assessment, it sounded as if Mr. Frosty's entry for the final was a clear winner. Which means he must have still been working with Mr. Gutso, right? That's precisely what I was thinking. There must have evidence that proves they were cooperating right up until the finals. Alright, that's... What? I'm gonna save one more time. I'm gonna save one more time. Okay, so... Oh. Great, I switched to my boss channel. Nice. I honestly want to double check. I just want to upload my VOD and then we get... Okay, so, but first... This... I'm gonna have to go with the book. Or Mrs. Scone's statement. Sorry, I'm just looking at your phone. This is November 22nd. There we go. Let's start with the semi-final.
Objection!
No, it's not that. Okay, so let's go with Okay, we already know that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Okay. How about the cookbook?
Objection!
Okay, it's not that. Yes, I know. No.
Objection!
Okay, so not Miss Skull's statement.
Objection!
Nope, it's not that. Lord! Thinking what else to provide. Yes, also spell out the details of the relationship and fostering. Maybe the Frost's room.
Objection!
No, it's not Frost's room. Yeah.
Objection!
No. Load. This is not being easy. This is not going easy. Gutso spill up. Look at the reviews. I don't think it's. Alright, let's look at the new evidence first. Also, the amateur commissioner. Wait. Alright.
Objection!
No. Oh my gosh. Let me. Maybe the fire. Let's look at this next one.
Objection!
Oh my gosh. Ah, finally. They weren't working together during the finals? I find it a little hard to believe. The school is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. Wait, no, go back, wait. Scrumptious. Scrump? Oh. While he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could become the world's class confectioner overnight. He's far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gutso were still cooperating during the fight.
How many times do I must explain this to you? Let's just require proof. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make this food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame.
I feel bad for Francisca's mother for marrying you. How is that not an entirely such a statement?
Furthermore, you are ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Namely, that she also describes some of the Frost's work having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that this thing to produce the perfect confectionery. No. No more exceptions. I take it.
There must be some way to prove that Gutso and Frost were still collaborating. Mr. E, there's something that's been on my mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Wouldn't it have taken a while to make? I would imagine so. Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving two whole sculptures? Couldn't he really have done that at all and help Mr. Gutso with his work? If it was me, I had barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up to freeze part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off. Perhaps there's some lurely instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your partner certainly points to another possibility. And he's right. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within the time limit?
What if make it out something entirely else? Oh. No, it's not. No, that doesn't make any sense. He would have needed time to freeze the ice, and time was one thing he had on the day of the contest. The day before the final? Must have made the flavor ice the day before. Then all he would have to do was sculpture it.
What are you money about now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct. What? Mr. E?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh? Accepting defeat as last, are we?
The only thing I'm accepting is perhaps one of the things you said were true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before the final really did mark the end of the collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from a box of flavor ice. Ice would need at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gutso.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gutos told me. That he had frozen until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gutso in return?
I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection!
Perhaps not. I imagine Mr. Gutso could tell us. So why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as your claim?
How dare you call my methods as a question?
It's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gutso from me.
One good reason, certainly. And how and why of Frost and Gutso's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection!
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? Their relationship had broken down for some reason. That could very well have been the mud behind this murder.
Could it indeed? Then why did Gutso himself tell me all about it? What if the man is so keen on accusing certain teachers of collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Wait. Okay, go ahead. I didn't oversave at the first game. Seikoso only acted suspicious one time that we know of. And I imagine Mr. Von Kamen is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Which means this is probably a trap.
Well, got your tongue?
But even if it's a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gutso snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. The fact alone is a reason enough to suspect him.
No. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you.
I knew it. It was a trap.
I was saving it for the trial, but consider this a taste of things to come. Plus, I hate for the proceeds to drag on because of your needless interjection. Take a look at this.
That's...
Gutso and Frost.
a photo of Frost, Gutso, and their sons. Gutso's son visited his father daily up to the semifinals.
Gutso snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph.
But why?
It seems our sons attended the same elementary school. He also was concerned to the fact that Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. I'm concerned that you have just proved was entirely well-founded.
These actions make perfect sense, and you have there to be no reason to believe otherwise.
Ah!
He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gutso.
Now, if you're done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with.
That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaroa is finished if we can't figure something out. Needs to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. Prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa. Surely they have all they need. But why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime? Something on your mind, Miss E? We're missing something. Something important. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. Yet he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad?
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. You guys probably got a hand in that too.
No autopsy report. 24 hours post-murder and there's still no autopsy report. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. None of the victim's blood was found in Tangaroa's room.
You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body.
Evidence that turned up not in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but the most unusual place.
The match, the blood in the fountain. It's Frost's.
Frost's blood was detected in the water of the fountain. So there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. And yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Wait! Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. Traces of it shows up in the fountain. Why didn't they go through the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body has been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could someone have moved the body aside to get the blood? This is the only thing. So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. What if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? It's, did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body had been removed by the police in order to carry out the autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. Mr. E?
We both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricate witnesses' statements, shady deals. Forge evidence even.
Sure, everybody's heard of that stuff. But what's that got to do with us right now?
I will never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma, I try my best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may be indeed willing to be twist the truth to his own ends.
Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty?
I fear you might have been. It still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Oh, wait. Don't put on my echo. I'll fire them. I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney.
Yes, sir.
Hold it.
Yes? What is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really?
Oh.
Okay, you're fired. This is my show now. This is my Twitch channel. This is Manfred Von Karma. You get to learn of my fabulous crimes. I'm warning you. If you obstruct the police from their work any further.
Objection.
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you.
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is?
What foolishness is this? I know to intervene what the prosecution role is or is not with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say. When I present my perfect.
Objection.
And how far we have gone for your perfect case? Would you create facts of a whole cloth, perhaps?
Huh? But I thought you have outdone yourself lately. Now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence?
I do. Because it's why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bat from doing his job every turn.
Damn it, I infected my thing. Wait, okay, got it. I pressed the hard to button on my...
Oh, that's hard.
Ask. What are you talking about?
You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body.
What?
He doesn't have the body?
Objection! Ridiculous! You're clutching at straws. I will tell I know more of your preposterous slander.
Then allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong if you can.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm afraid you have to try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whoever to prove your baseless accusation one way or another.
Objection.
You must have seen for yourself a piece of body chocolate missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear and where did it go?
What's the matter? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found. So what?
So what indeed? That's precisely my question. The body was still at the scene when the police got here. Removing the blood would have accomplished nothing. However, let's suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it makes all perfect sense.
Objection! What's this petty obsession with blood stain? Well, since it's important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely.
Take that!
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain. Strongly points towards one certain fact. Somebody purposely disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me!
No, but I do.
You have been a thorn in my side for the moment you were a sign! But no longer, as of now you are officially off the curse!
I was barely on it in the first place.
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered?
Oh no no! It's really quite the claim, you know. And one for which you will never find.
You will never find any proof that I am afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
Now, if you don't mind, I have given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court. Gregory. Your precious logic and theories will save you then.
Nothing will.
Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to the light in the end. Oh gosh. Okay, my headphones didn't plug in. Forgive me, detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined with me the way he did before. The first time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am, and I'll prove it in court.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. You know, I'm off the case now.
That's very kind. I'm sorry to keep asking favors for you, Detective Bat. There is one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret. Alrighty. Detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted. I prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case. And what is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Wait, what? You're letting me join you? Of course I am. You are my sister after all. Ha! I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney before you know it. Take on Mr. Von Karma together. Indeed. But I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. We're up against Mr. Von Karma. I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time. Right. But we'll do anything we can in the meantime. I know you can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. He won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma. This is the last thing I do.
But I don't know. Because we're going back to the present. But from the looks of it, well, I think that's all we can get. And well, I say that wraps up today. So, next time, we will be moving back to the present and all. But yeah. That basically about wraps up today. Okay, where's my I was having difficult time finding my ending screen. Anyway. But yeah. So the next time we'll be back will be on Friday. And yeah. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Oh, have a good day. Wait, you were here the whole time. Aw. Yeah, have a good day. What's up? Oh man. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to put music on. But anyway, I'll see you guys on Friday. Because we're gonna be playing we're gonna be going back to a series that I put on hold for I think a long time. And I think it's the perfect time to play it. Well, until then, be sure to follow my socials and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next on Friday. Goodbye.